ABC 17 storm track alert. Right now, streets are very unsafe for drivers as all of mid-Missouri is under a winter weather advisory. It lasts until this evening, but right now, roads are the main concern. There's a handful of active crashes right now in Boone County. There's been at least 10 just in the last few hours. Emergency crews report Highway 63 is literally covered in ice, and they're sending workers to put salt down on the roadway. We've also taken reports of people sliding off the road in Callaway and 5 rollover crashes in Cole County along Highway 54 from Eldon to Osage Beach around Lake of the Ozarks. So far, Columbia schools say they aren't dismissing early and are waiting it out. Smaller districts, including Salisbury, are getting out early. We have crews at several areas, including Columbia. We'll get to them in just a minute, but first, we're starting with ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Aaron Morrison for the latest on what you can expect today and through the weekend.
Yeah, that's right, Jordana. We have a winter weather advisory that went into effect at 9 a.m. this morning and will continue as we head through the next several hours. In fact, it expires at that 6 p.m. time frame. And notice that the freezing drizzle is the main concern here as we head through the remainder of the afternoon into the evening time frame, thanks in large part to our temperatures being at or below that freezing level. So until we get those temperatures above the 32-degree mark, we're going to continue to see the impacts on the roads that we're seeing as of now. Road conditions right now, you can see on Highway 50 as well as Highway 54 and Highway 63, really the biggest concerns when it comes to the traffic. So make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going. We're going to be talking about that glaze of ice on the roadways, which is kind of works its way into the pavement. You're really not going to be able to see it. That's why you want to make sure that you give yourself plenty of time. If you live along I-44 as well as Highway 65, very slick pavement, not much in the way of what we're seeing on other roadways. As far as I-70, not seeing any concerns as of yet across that portion of mid-Missouri. ABC 17 Storm Track live Doppler radar showing those temperatures well below freezing at this hour, and already beginning to see more snow working its way into mid-Missouri. And we just saw some reports out of Mexico and Audrain County that they're dealing with rain at this moment, but expected to turn into freezing drizzle as we head through the next several minutes. North of Highway 36, dealing with some flurries out there this morning, and this will continue as we head through the remainder of today. Not only dealing with that, but we're dealing with the potential for some fog right now. Visibility in Columbia down to 1 mile, Jefferson City down to 2 miles for that visibility. So that's another precaution that you want to take as you head out the doors, because we're dealing with that in association with the ice on the roadways. This is why you want to make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going. Overcast skies through the remainder of today. We've been dealing with freezing drizzle all morning long, and that will continue until this warm front works its way northeastward. And finally, we're going to see those temperatures work their way at or above that freezing mark, which is when we can expect to see the ice on the roadways melt, as well as see just some cold rain in the forecast. So go ahead and future track the rest of this afternoon. Notice we've got that ice that we're going to potentially see as we head through the remainder of today. Again, most of today is going to be very patchy in nature. Bulk of the activity holds off until we head into the evening time frame. And notice north of 70, snow, and then south of 70 is where we're expecting to see those temperatures above freezing. And we're going to start out with all rain tonight before transitioning into freezing rain and snow as we head into your Saturday. As far as this weekend, we're going to be talking about the potential for more snow in the forecast, and I'll break that down coming up in my full forecast in about the next couple of minutes. 41 for your Saturday is your high, and then temperatures take a plummet down as we head into the weekend.
Thanks, Aaron. As you've just heard, that freezing rain has hit mid-Missouri, and it's causing some big problems for drivers. Right now, ABC 17's Elizabeth Duesenberg is live out on the roads in Boone County in East Columbia. And Elizabeth, what are conditions like out there?
Jordana, as you just mentioned, there have been multiple crashes within the last couple of hours due to these icy roads, and we happen to be on one right now. Now, police just cleared the scene, but as you can see, a driver lost control of her vehicle and wound up in this ditch right here. Luckily, that driver is okay, and that's what we've been seeing for the most part all throughout the morning. And Boone County EMS just sent out a text saying that 63 is completely covered with ice, and that's where I'm in right now, Highway 63 and Stadium. And I've seen drivers just driving extremely slow, way under that speed limit. And I talked with MoDOT just a few minutes ago, and they're out salting those roads, trying to prevent any more from accidents or crashes from happening. And if you have to go outside today, just drive extremely slow. That ice is pretty slick. And remember that no vehicle, no matter what kind of traction you have, cannot deal with ice and you can still slide, and that's what I was even experiencing getting here. So just be safe on those roads. Live in Columbia, Elizabeth Duesenberg, ABC 17 News.
All right, thanks, Liz. As we've been saying today, we have crews monitoring street conditions across mid-Missouri at several spots, and some of those worst areas include roads stretching from the Lake of the Ozarks heading north into Cole County, and that's where ABC 17's Joe McLean joins us live right now. Joe, what are you seeing out there this afternoon?
Well, it's still a very active scene out here for paramedics and emergency workers, along with Public Works and MoDOT, all very active this morning. Paramedics with Cole County EMS tell us they've worked 8 crashes just in a 1-hour period. They say 5 of those 8 were rollover crashes. So make no mistake, still very dangerous conditions out here on the roads. They say it's largely due, they believe, to that freezing rain that Aaron Morrison was talking about. The freezing rain, it can be very deceptive, and we'll continue to monitor the scene out here and talk to paramedics and Public Works officials. We'll have more coming up on ABC 17 News later tonight. Reporting live in Cole County, Joe McLean, ABC 17 News.
Great, thanks, Joe. As Elizabeth and Joe said, very dangerous out there, so be sure to take it slow. You can find links to MoDOT's traveler map if you want to get the latest updated street conditions for some of the main state highways and roads, along with information on this weekend's weather alert. It's all on our website at abc17news.com.